your babies.
Wait, don't go in the house yet.
Why not?
Hey, listen. Go on to the, just go sit on the porch. Hey, listen. What do you think you're doing?
I'm dropping them off for good. Listen, I met a younger guy, and he don't want no kids, and he don't want to, listen, he don't want to deal with them.
Then you should ask me, baby.
I shouldn't have to ask. You are the grandparents.
It's respect, Angel. It's respect.
Well, I hope that you respect my decision on moving on with my life with my new man and no kids.
I'm not raising your kids.
Well, I'm not either.
Well, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not doing it. I'm just letting you know right now I'm not doing it. These are your 3 kids.
I'm tired of being a single parent. I'm tired.
But you're the one that laid down and made the decision to have 3 kids. That is not my responsibility. And this is the last time you're going to do this. You're not doing it anymore. It's your responsibility, not mine.
Well, it was not my plan to be no single parent.
Well, it's not my plan to be a grandmother that's going to take care of somebody's 3 kids because they feel like they're not responsible anymore, that they don't want to be a mother anymore either. Hold on. You should have thought about that after you had the first one, and then the second one, and then now you got 3? Hey, girl, bye.
You had 3?
Yeah, well, and I raised all 3 of y'all.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
You had everything that you wanted. I was right there to teach and instill you. I don't even know where this attitude is coming from. I didn't raise you like this, Angel.
Okay, well, listen. Being a single parent will make you angry, mad, upset, and stressed, and everything above, and I am tired.
If you're a mama and you ain't got your baby, and your mama got your baby, then you're not the mama. Your grandmama's the baby.
Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. Most High Christ bless. We got the IUIC Raleigh film crew out here with another episode of Cuts from the Streets. We at one of our local HBCUs where we presented the topic of discussion with the sister who had her children and she wanted to drop them off with her mother so that she could go be with a man who did not want kids. So we got perspectives from the old generation to the new generation. Y'all stay tuned for what's next. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel, Most High Christ bless. I'm Hezekiah. This is
Cliff Providence.
What's your name?
Promise Providence.
Israel Soldier Haja. I'm here with
Candace.
Jessica.
Rick. Sister Candace, Sister Jessica. We just saw the video, right? With our sister dropping off her children. So want to get your reaction. So how did you feel about that? Because I'm going to start with you, Candace.
Jessica. As being a single parent of 2 children myself, and having a no good baby father myself, I see that as, I see her cry, but I also wouldn't put it off on my mother. I would also ask, you know, even though in my situation, if that happened to me, my mother would be like, just give me your children. I'll take care of them until you get yourself together. That's how I see it as.
I think that the children should come first before the boyfriend does. I understand that she may be going through something right now that maybe just in the moment she's feeling like she needs some help. And in her case, she's saying she wants them gone, but maybe just help at the time would do her some good. If she is raising them by herself, then I can understand that that's very stressful. Maybe she needs a little bit of time. Her boyfriend, I don't have anything good to say. The fact that if he's dating her, he needs to be also knowing that he has to take her with the children as well. So I feel that mom could step in maybe and help just a little while, maybe have some family members step in. It takes a village to raise children, and once again, it's stressful being a parent with both parents in the household. So I can imagine how she feels, but maybe just give her a little break, a little tiny one if she can afford to do so, and then hopefully that will allow her to come to her senses. But you know,
it's one of the most beautiful things you can have. At the same time, it's emotionally damaging to a lot of people. So I'm not saying what she did is right, but I understand where she's coming from. However, now we're at a society now where everything's disposable. People think they can hit restart on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, cut the game off, start it again. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, and then, you know, the mental health of her is definitely damaged. She probably doesn't need to have her kids. know what I'm saying? But not to put it off on someone that cared for her. Hey, there's other avenues, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, basically, I feel the same way. That's why I taught my daughter that. I mean, you have children for a reason, and that's to raise them, all right? And everybody else comes second, unless that's your husband or your wife. Right. Plain and simple. So for her to do that, even if she was with the grandparent, she's wrong because her life comes after taking care of her children. Plain and simple.
This is the first sign of rejection. The kids forever got to live with rejection. Everybody want their mama. You can live without your daddy. You shouldn't. But you can live without your daddy, but it's harder to grow and mature without a mom. But also, I mean, it's bad, you know, for a new man to come in and to go ahead and say, you can't have them kids. But at the same time, her mental capacity might not be there. So she might have actually been saving them kids too. It's a messed up situation, but we don't, you know, it's hard to say. We ain't in nobody's shoes, man. Outside looking in, you know, we could say how we feel about it or what it looked like. But that might have been the best for her kids. We don't know if that man was abusing them kids, trying to touch them kids. You know what I'm saying? So going with her mom, because her mom raised her, she know that might be a better fit. Let me send her with my mom, and that might just be the cop-out. She might, I mean, you never know what's really going on. It's a messed up situation, though.
Do you think that grandparent, was it their fault? Was it her fault for the way that she raised the children or stuff like that?
No. Mental health is a real thing. Like, yo, just like you have diabetes, you have mental health issues, you know what I'm saying? So.
But can you really blame it on mental health? Is it mental health, or is it just, like you said, the climate of what we have today is that everything is disposable, including your children. That's why amongst the black people, we have one of the highest abortion rates too. So everything is disposable.
First of all, that's not true. And then secondly, the most natural thing to have, the reason why we're here on this earth is to have our children. Right? So it's a natural connection. If you feel disconnected from your children right there, that's a mental health issue.
I honestly just don't think there's enough information in the video to even make it up.
But I'm just saying, I've dealt with females that have given away their children. Right. And the moment they said that, I couldn't deal with it, I'm not dealing with you because something is wrong and that's not someone that I want to have to deal with. Right?
I like that approach that it is a mental disorder. It is something wrong mentally when you can say
you're disconnected from something is a disconnect when the most precious thing, the thing that teaches you about love is having children, and you don't want your children because of a relationship, and that this person chooses you and is forcing you not to get rid of your kids, and you are with it. Yo, come on, man. Something's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted to get is that, you know how they portray, anything they portray about us in the media is what they see when they see every black woman. You know how the world works, that's what they see. You got individuality and everything, but the world is gonna see us for that. That's why we wanna do these interviews to get it out there so that to let our people know that the mindset's right.
The individuality thing, with me being like this video really doesn't have enough information to even make a positive claim. Like I feel like just that I didn't see the father at all in the video. Like, I definitely saw the children that weren't happy about it. I wouldn't be happy about it as a child. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a case-by-case analysis. I really don't think, I understand what you're saying by it's portraying black women and black people in general in a negative light, which is something that I honestly don't want. But that's just how stereotypes have been, and they have affected us more than they've affected a lot of other races.
My thing is, why are they filming it and why are they putting it on the internet?
Why are they filming it?
That's why I was so confused.
And why are they putting it on the internet?
Yeah, I was literally just watching it confused. Like, why did someone sit here and just film this instead of just mediating the situation?
And,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's true. It causes awareness. I guess that's one of the positive things, but I think one of the negative things about it is that it just causes. I think people need to have more critical thinking.
The Bible says, prove a friend, right? And be not hasty to credit him. So in what reality is it to sacrifice your children for another person? You know what I mean? So if the Bible was applied and she proved that man prior to opening her legs to him, because he got her if her mind is there. He didn't drop it on her.
That's not their dad.
It's not their dad. He said he don't want kids. And she thinks that it's her time now after she's had all of these children. I think the grandmother said the third or the fourth child. It's her time now to be able to go travel, and now it's her mother's time to raise her children.
It's another thing too, man. you say Bible, everybody ain't raised off the Bible.
True.
You know what I mean? Raise up a child as they should go, they shall not depart, right?
That's right.
So everybody ain't raised off the Bible, because if you know that, you know then, look, my mama raised me and it was hard. I'm going to raise my kids. I got 3 of them. Right. You had to prime all my fingers before I send them away.
I can relate.
You know what I mean? But everybody ain't got that in them. Like, we expect for the world to all live on one accord. It would be great. We not going to all be on one accord. What we can do is black people, what we should be doing is somebody talk to that man too. Tell him he wrong. If you can't accept the woman and her kids, you don't need the woman. Like you said, you can't take the woman.
Exactly.
But how many real people you got around you telling you the real deal and the real truth? Her mom. Don't go to the social media. You need to pull your daughter up. That's still your child.
Right.
Pull your daughter up. Where her family at? Pull your daughter up. That's still your folk. It's tough when we, because what we doing is, like you said, our opinions turn into judgments, and we don't know the whole situation. We know 30 seconds to a minute of what they put on the internet.
And see, the funny thing about that is, in our communities, we're so taboo against judging, right? But judging literally means, hey, look, that's right or that's wrong according to a standard, right? So we're a Bible-based organization, though, right? So according to the scriptures in was it John 7, Matthew 7, Matthew 7. Just real quick, just on judgment, but we can.
This my kids calling. I'm out of town. They got a football game. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Evaluate the whole, who giving up their kids? I'm 300 miles away from mine. I can't get enough of them. Like, I'm trying to see what's up with my youngins. Like, and I ain't grow up with my dad around. Like, just my mom. You see what I'm saying? Your mother. So it's hard for it. Mothers got to be going through something real strange in the head. And that PTSD, it don't just happen right after the kid born. You know what I'm saying? She might not have had the time to grieve and go through that what's it called?
The post-traumatic stress syndrome, right.
I was making sure I was saying it right. But she might not have had a chance to go through that, and she going through it now and don't know how to handle it. All you can do, Bible-based, pray for, and hopefully she find a relationship with God that'll bring her around her kids, and it's not too late. And them kids will understand. Because you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? They'll understand as they grow older.
You know what that starts with, though? Like I said, I know you believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I definitely know that. So real quick, I want to get Exodus 22, because this is the beginning of that issue. So Hebrews 13:4, and then Exodus 22:16. Hebrews 13:4 first, because that's the our connection to our higher power guides our thoughts, right? It guides our thoughts and it guides our actions. So give me Hebrews 13. So this is where it starts. Read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
So marriage is what's honorable in the eyes of God, right? Read.
And the bed undefiled.
And anything you do in the bedroom is undefiled in the eyes of God, right? Read. But means anything outside of marriage is this right here. Read.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. You know how he judges them? He turns you into a single parent. He turns you into, because you didn't prove that man first, or either that man didn't have the Bible in him, so he decided to up and lead a family and stuff like that. Our communities are in decline because the Bible is closed and the legs are open. You know what I mean? That's the issue. And we don't blame our parents, because we see our parents making the best decisions that they could, right, with us. But the decisions they made before we got here, that's still on them. We got to be realistic and see it so that we don't make those same decisions, right?
Right? Examine yourself. And the scriptures in 1 Corinthians don't get it, but it says, examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith. Know you not your own selves, knowing what you're going through, knowing what you went through, right? But this is how she changes herself. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
So the laws of God are perfect, right? We know those are sure. Read.
Converting the soul.
And that's what's going to convert her mind, her spirit. Hey, I don't need to jump from man to man. I can do this with help if I ask for help, right?
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
So, and her simplistic mind, following the laws of God, that'll make her wise. Because then she'll know, okay, not this brother, not that brother. Let me take my time. Let me get right. Go to Sirach 6 and 7. And when it comes to marriage, because that's what we teach. The Bible says marriage, not boyfriend and girlfriend. When it comes to marriage, you said you a single mother. Married? married. That's good. You can, look up to her for inspiration. The Bible says you got to know that brother, because now you say, hey, my kids come with me. Ain't no man just, you got daughters?
I got a daughter and a son.
Especially with your daughter, right? You really got to be mindful. Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend,
So that friend who's supposed to be the husband, right?
prove him first.
She don't know that brother. My boyfriend don't want my kids. You just cast them to the side. What he gonna do to her when he see a younger woman with no kids, body tighter, right? He gonna cast her to the side. Last script. Give me Exodus. Okay, yeah, read that.
And be not hasty to credit him.
And that's what she was. Hey, I'm gonna give him credit. This is my boyfriend. This is my man. He my everything.
Now, with a lot of these situations, because she did have three kids, a lot of these things happen because the legs are open and the Bible closed. Now, if the Bible's open, the legs closed, do you think that can prevent a lot of those things?
I mean, you know what? Everybody interprets the Bible different, but at the same time, if you have a love for higher power, then you're going to actually think about things you do before you do with things. Right. And I just think that right now, the structure of home is everybody selfish. If you're not teaching your children how to raise their children, then you're going to have kids out there having kids.
Okay. What's your thought?
I feel like, what he said, your higher power, your belief, it determines your morals at the end of the day.
Right. Exactly. Now, there is also a thing also that the grandparents, because I like to speak about the grandparents, because that's usually the ones that take the grandkids. It's a quote also that says, if you raise your children, you'll spoil your grandkids. Well, if you spoil your children, you raise your grandchildren. Your thoughts on that quote?
Well, I can't see it that way. I just think like this, man. I think you got to treat everybody the same. All right, you got to make sure that everybody's growing on the tier. I mean, your grandkids are, it's like a blessing, but at the same time, you don't know. So take care of your kids first, and then your grandkids. You know what I'm saying? What you got left, you're gonna give to them regardless.
That's the point. Yeah, that you agree with the quote just now.
I do. I agree.
Right. So we are a Bible-based movement. I know y'all still walking. I want to get it out real quick. Exodus 22:16.
Verse 16. And if a man entice a maid, that is
a man flirt with a woman, right?
That is not betrothed.
That's not promised or engaged to anybody.
And lie with her.
And lay with her, have sex with her.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Now, you say surely you should make her your wife. If that was in our community, which it's supposed to be, do you think they'll stop those traumas that's happening as we speak?
Of course. Right. Of course. Yeah. Right. Because there's a union there.
Yes.
There's a union there.
Because God ain't about baby daddy drama. He ain't about that. You understand? So we do show you these things in the Bible. One more. Sirach 7:27. I think that's what it is. Because the Bible speaks about, it's a law that says, honor thy father and what?
And mother.
Right, but we don't do that still as a people. It said, and their days shall be long among the land. And a lot of people die early, like 17 or 15, because they're not honoring their father and mother. That's the judgment. Is it 7:27 or 7? Let me see.
27?
Yes. Get verse 16.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
You gotta get out of here.
Okay, sir.
I definitely understand where you come from. I praise you guys for sticking, be young like you guys and doing this, man.
Yes,
and hopefully you guys have your children. Y'all make sure they the ones that's gonna raise the world.
I got great news. Majority of us married with kids already. Yeah, so but that's what we're here. We trying to, because we want to make sure our men and our women understand. All right.
And that's why I'm with my daughter right now. Man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. So there you have it, Israel. You got a father and a daughter. He showed her the way, as he say, but he do disagree. And as we say that, shalom, Most High Christ bless.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, His word, His word.